Many of us stayed home today if you can, so why not bake a pie? It's National Pie Day, celebrated every January 23rd. The day was officially declared back in the mid-1970s in Colorado. But it said pies were first created in the Egyptian Neolithic period, and that means we've been eating a lot of pies since then. There you go, it's Pie Day. Let's go back to Leanne and Steve, and maybe they can make one and hang out by the fireplace.
Well, we could sort of in a wood stove with like a nice oven, but we were both distracted. Those were good-looking pies, weren't they?
I'm hungry.
Well, Steve Barkhouse of Amsted Construction is an award-winning builder, and you know, we showed some very dramatic and beautiful transformations, some renovations. But this, you're catering to those who live in apartments or condos who feel like, I can't do anything like that.
Absolutely, and with the aging population, we have more and more people moving to condos and apartments and even townhouses where they think that, you know, they don't have an outside wall necessarily, that where they can put the fireplace. They don't think that they can have a wood or a gas fireplace, and perhaps they can't, but the electric solution is a great one.
You said your mother-in-law actually has a beautiful one.
It's stunning. She got it from Andy, and she went in, and we built it in with a wood mantle, so it looks as though it's a traditional fireplace, but it's electric, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Steve just referred to Andy, and Andy is Andy Cottenham from the Fireplace.
Fireplace Center, yeah.
Thank you. I lost my voice for a second. Sorry if that was a relief for you. But Andy brought this along, and it is an electric one that you say you can change the aesthetic of the flame.
Yeah, you can change, I don't know if it'll show up very well on television, but it actually is changing color of the flame. We've got a bit of a purple or blue flame. It'll go right down to the warm yellow, burning more natural colors.
And this throws heat as well.
It does. There's this is the remote for it, so you just push the heat button. The fan will activate. There's a heater up in here. This would typically be covered by the surround, and then the heat would push out.
Are you doing many installs of the electric?
Absolutely. We've got people that are choosing electric over gas.
Interesting.
Yeah, and again, there is a big movement away from wood just to keep it cleaner.
Wanted to show this one because I said that's 100 inch. You said no, 102.
102 inches. Yeah, isn't that fantastic?
And that's just sort of this long wall. There's also one, Andy, of the Fireplace Center was saying this was the first kind of
see-through. Yeah, two-sided electric fireplace. So yeah, you can see it from both sides, 2 rooms.
Great in a fireplace, not great in a person. Yeah. So what else have you brought along, Steve? Because this is your chance to educate us on anyone who's living in an apartment or in a condo on how easy this could be for them.
Well, that's great. And if you are living in an apartment or condo, you might still be able to have gas. So we don't want to rule that out. But we've got the different log sets. So this is more of a contemporary look. It's more of an piece of art now in the wall. So we're using fire and ice as sort of the combination there. And it's very dramatic look. And like I said, almost like a piece of art. But there are some more traditional looks. And again, they're very slim lines, so they don't stick out far from the wall, encroach on the room. Different log sets, so if you want to look more natural, there's driftwood looking. The surrounds, we've got some pictures over of the colors of the different surrounds, so that's fantastic. You can change it up to match the decor of the room. We're getting away from the brass that so many people have on their gas fireplaces. And if you want to get rid of the brass and you have it, you just give it a light sand, and there's the paint on the left side there.
How interesting.
Yeah, painted, it's heat-proof paint, and you just paint it up. Usually you can take the moldings off, give them a scuff.
A little bit of a rub?
Yeah, paint them up.
If you had a brass surround, it makes it sort of disappear.
Yeah.
And of course, you brought along the interesting little either briquettes or crystals.
So if you have an old gas fireplace with the old log sets, we all remember those, and you want to modernize it a little bit, you just take those logs out, you just take the front off, take the logs out, and you put in these different colors or different shaped, they have geometrical shapes, glass ceramic beads, and put them in, and just sprinkle them in on the bottom, and the flames come up through it. It's just gorgeous.
So easy, and we have about 90 seconds left, so I'm asking the question that so many of our viewers probably would like me to ask, and that is, what about venting if you choose to go with gas, either propane or natural gas? What are your options then?
If you have a wood fireplace, we would do an insert, and it would vent right up through the existing chimney. So the insert box, it's a real cost-effective way to go to gas. If you don't, there's direct vent. So they're actually powered vent, and they just go out and out the wall. So you don't have to have the big chimney, you don't have to run it long distances. You can just put it on an outside wall and pump it straight out. You see them on the outside, it looks like a dryer vent on the outside.
So it's
of the house.
A lot easier than it ever was in the past.
A lot more cost effective, a lot more easy, yeah, and that way you can have them. And we're putting them in multiple rooms. We see them a lot in master bedrooms, just to add a little ambiance, a romance maybe, and some warmth into the bedroom. But and they're great for heating a specific room. So yeah.
So for the most part, a lot of the people who still have wood are people living in the country who have their own supply, have invested in a wood splitter, do love the smell and the feel. But you said
sure.
interest is dwindling like kindling.
It absolutely is dwindling. We still are putting in some wood-burning fireplaces. They're very large wood-burning fireplaces, and still some wood-burning stoves. Although the stoves more are going to the pellets, which are much more efficient and more environmentally friendly because they're made from sawdust. So that's a benefit as well.
I have to say, Steve Barkhouse, you're kind of batting 1,000. You come up with a theme, and somehow the weather always cooperates. We're talking about leaky roofs. We have a flood.
Yeah.
We talk about the warmth of fireplaces, and it's one of those days where you want to be curled up. Thanks so much to you, Steve, and to Andy Cottenham of the Fireplace Centre. Grand.
And thanks to you both. Later in the newscast, find out which Canadians are up for Oscar nominations. And also this guy, crazy football fans, will tell you all about him after the break.
CTV News now at 5. It's a whole new hour. Catherine Latham is live for us with the latest. Kathy, it's time now for a look at what's trending. Patricia Bowl joining me now. More live, local, breaking news for Ottawa. More news for you. What is the political fallout now moving forward?
Here's a smart political move for Andrew Scheer.
Join in the conversation, Twitter, Facebook, or on the website.
Live, local, breaking. CTV News, weeknights at 5.